Okay, guys, so for those of you who know me, I'm Amber Parker, Ambassador Diamond, also field liaison. Now, we are not going to get into all the stories of who we are. You can look on our profiles, things like that. We want to dive in and give you straight content. How do you take your business to that next level? Now, if you have never thrown a party, a sip and sample, that's what this is about. We want to teach you all the ins, all the ways of doing it, all the things, and allow you to see a whole new vision with our company and what's possible for you. Okay, I feel like if I'm going to be super honest, we have depended so much on social media that we forgot to actually connect. And we forgot to connect face to face. And we're avoiding it, right? Because we're so scared of it. But we don't want, it's not scary, guys, and we're going to teach you all about it. So tonight we have myself, we have Melody McFarland and Tina Hatcliffe. I am so excited, you guys. These two are like the OGs of wrap parties, okay? Now, when I started 7 years ago, I went Ambassador Diamond, 2.5 years on wrap parties. Okay, we call them sip and samples. You're going to hear us interchange that all throughout the night, okay? So we did wrap parties. I was doing up to 12 a week, and I would travel all the lengths of the US to go do them because I would make money. And I wasn't spending a penny, and it was so nice. And so we're going to talk tonight. We're going to give you specifics. We're going to give you all the notes, all the things you need. I want you guys taking notes. If you can, turn your camera on. We want to see you. I love connecting with you guys. Stay focused on this Zoom, and then just be ready to take notes. So I do not take notes, but I was so fired up about this. I'm like, I can't miss a mark. So I have all my notes ready to go. And if you guys have questions about wrap parties, sip and samples, we want to make sure that we give that information to you. So drop your questions in the chat. We're going to try and get that into them, all of them, and hopefully we can. So there are lots of different ways that you can do a wrap party, a sip and sample, an expo, a cash and carry, however you want to do it. You guys think inside the box. I think so often we think outside the box. We're like, I need to do this, or, oh my gosh, is it really that easy? Yeah, let's go right back to the box. Because it's not hard at all. We overcomplicate it and we're like, well, what happens? We're going to tell you all the deals, okay? So if you have never done a wrap party, drop in the chat, I've never done one, okay? If you have done a wrap party, drop in the chat, I have. I just want to see where we're at or gauging where everyone is, okay? And if you're excited to do one, or maybe you're like, I have one booked, but I don't know what I'm doing. I want to know that too, okay? So I'm going to jump in and let Melody and Tina share too what they love, how they love to do it. How do you get cash? I have girls on my team, you guys, who pay their mortgage completely in coffee cash every single month. Now that's crazy. As a Ruby, okay? Coffee cash is mad. So let me unmute you ladies, and we can kind of just go back and forth, but tell me, I can't unmute Tina for some reason. There we are. Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit how long you've been in the business, and why do you love wrap parties? Why do you love sip and samples?
Okay, well, I'm really excited to doing this, Amber, because we have gotten back into doing more of those. But I'm Melody McFarland. I've been with the company for 14 years, going on 15. I can't even believe it. Just seems like yesterday. But what I love about the person-to-person thing, I'm looking on this chat over here, never, 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 and a few halves. And I'm like blown away looking at that and seeing how many people are really missing out on the magic of meeting with people and getting the product in front of people. And you can do that in so many different ways. And doing, it's hard for me to say sip and sample. I keep thinking wrap party. I mean, we just always called them wrap parties, just a wrap party. But, doing little sip and samples, you don't have to get complicated with it. In fact, you don't want to do like a professional presentation if you're doing that in a casual setting. This isn't like doing something that we do that's a corporate sponsored event. We're not talking about you having to get up with a digital projector and go through the try it format. That's not what we're talking about. Okay. You don't have to do that. In fact, you don't even have to stand up in front of anybody. The main thing is that you share your excitement about the products with the people that are there. And if you just make some notes, you could do little, we used to have little cards, and we'd put them on a little ring. You can laminate them or whatever with just some bullet points, and use the bullet points that are in your document section, or where, just go look at each product and copy the bullet points. You don't have to get into all the ins and outs of that product. You just want to go through the bullet points, because we have to stay compliant, and that's very important. And if you get too complicated or too, or what's the word I'm looking for, technical with it, then you start losing your prospects, because they're going to go, oh, I can never learn all of that. But if they see you reading off of a little flip chart card or a little flip card, they're going to go, okay, that was a piece of cake. She did it. I could do it. And, you just take your samples and let them try it, and give them a little synopsis of, tell them about the loyal customer program, give them a little blurb on the opportunity. You don't have to go into all these details. You just don't. They don't care. And what I learned over the years is that people want to know, what have you got that's going to take care of my problem? That's it. And how much is it? They don't care how much you know. They don't care how much, what the company history is. They don't care about anything other than, what product do you have that'll help my problem, and how much is it? And so you're filling a need, and we've got something for pretty much any need that somebody has. If they've got weight loss issues, they want to lose some weight, we got that. If they've got, issues with their immune system being down and they're just not feeling good, we got that. So we have products that are going to cover all that. And it's just a matter of just sharing. That's it. You just share. And you're doing the work. You're planting the seeds. It's up to God to bring the harvest. God knows who's going to sign up that night to be your customer or to be your distributor. And you don't have to stress it. You just do it. And then God will honor it.
I love that. And you know what, you guys, I'll tell you this too. We all started not knowing a single thing. And you may get a question that you're like, huh, what? I don't know. Be honest and say, you know what? I don't know. I'll find out. I've never been put in a situation where I've been backed into a corner and been like, why is this? Never. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some greens might ask you some super technical questions. But if you don't know, be honest, you know what? I don't know, but I can surely find out, because we can find out anything. Mm-hmm. But being honest, and it's not even actually that they know that it's that they know you can find out. Mm-hmm. And so you don't have to know everything about the products. I know 1 to 2 things about every single product. And I took 15 minutes a night and I studied a new product. That's how I started. I didn't have a Zoom for somebody to teach me. I didn't have a team page to go to. I literally had my documents and I clicked on the products and I clicked on product information and I found 2 or 3 bullet points that I just knew and I fell in love with. And I was like, oh my gosh, our collagen has 5 types of collagen in it. What are those types of collagen? Do we know? Someone's going to ask you. And I'm like, types 1 through 5. Chicken, eggs, beef. There's the collagen types, right? Or hand them the package.
That's
they can
it.
read themselves. Yeah.
Hand them the package.
That's
the best answer. Say, here you go. Look. Yeah. It doesn't, gosh, you guys, you just don't need to complicate this.
Yeah.
And the first time you do it, your knees will be shaking and you might be scared, but before you're halfway through, you'll settle in and you'll go, you know what? This ain't so hard. Right. And by the time you finish that one, you're going to be so excited to do another one, because you're going to see the thing about doing this in person, you guys, if people can see your conviction, they see it in your eyes. They see that you believe in what you're doing. That's all they want to know. Do you believe in it? And if so, you show them the value. And I will tell you, they don't really go to the price so much. They're not going to quibble over the price. If it's something they can use, that's something that's going to help a problem that they have, and you can show them the value, they're going to buy it. So don't ever prejudge and think, oh my gosh, she doesn't look like she can afford several things. I'm just going to only promote one $25 product to her. Don't do that. You show them what you have. They've told you what they want their concerns are. You show them what's going to be good for them and let them pick and choose what they want and where to start. But you're the authority. You're the expert. They're looking to you. And so you got to share it. You got to say, well, if it were me, I would get this. I would do a cleanse. I would get on the greens and the reds, and I would do the collagen. And you got to have the keto coffee, and then you're going to need the wraps because you're going to need to tighten, tone, and firm after you've lost all that weight. So then let them choose. What if they said, I want it all? What? And
I'll elaborate on that, Mel. You guys, here's what's crazy is on social media, and you guys can attest to this. I have to send out, market, post the cleanse 100 times, message 100 people to get one. Maybe it might be more than that. But at wrap parties, you're sitting in front of 5, you will close guaranteed like 4 out of 5. I know I will. I'd rather sit for 1 hour in front of 5 people and close 4 out of 5, if not 5 out of 5, if not 6 out of 5, because they'll send a referral. And you hit so many more targets, literally. Instead of playing whack-a-mole all day long, I literally can set up a handful of sip and samples, wrap parties, one-on-ones, and I hit them every single time. And the BV is so much higher. People spend more when it's in front of them. They do. It's very rare that I have one product customers at sip and samples. It's like almost never happens. They just don't.
That is so true. And the thing is, your best distributors are going to come from somebody who was a customer first. You watch and see. You don't have to beg anybody to do this. People walk in knowing that they have a need or that they have money issues, and they're looking for something. And if they resonate with what you've got to offer and they see your excitement, then they're going to be asking you, okay, I don't want to just be a customer. I want to be a distributor. What do I got to do? It's almost like, what? You didn't have to beg them. You don't have to talk them into it. So to me, I'm always looking at just sharing the product, getting a customer, and if they want to be a distributor, they've really got to show me that they are wanting to be a distributor. And, simple as that.
And
Where's Tina?
Yes, Tina, come on in. She's right underneath you.
Goodness, y'all. I'm sitting over here and I'm reading some of the stuff some of them's asking. Y'all, when I'm 11 and a half years now, I'll take these glasses off, they're such a glare. 11 and a half years, and I remember that first party I did, I had no idea what I was doing, and like Amber, I had done 3x5 cards, I still own them, of all the products, and I sat there and I talked about the products, nervous as can be. Y'all, if you're scared to death to do this, one of the biggest tips, and one of the things that helped me back then, and even to this day, if I've had a bad day, I'm going to do it. Take 2 Confianza before you go. We have a product that'll take that edge off, and you can walk in there and it's going to work immediately, and those butterflies will go away quicker. And if you still feel like you need a guideline, we do have this in the back. It is in your documents. You see how I've got mine? If I'm training someone new that is so nervous, I am still going to maybe run through this at a party, but I'm going to do it really quick. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to come through and I'm going to do this, because really the fun of the party now that we used to not have is the sip it part, the try it part. They are coming because they want to try it. They've heard about it. They don't want to buy it until they try it. So if I'm in a party in a home, even myself, we may be sitting around a table or in the living room, and as Mel said, sit down. Don't stand over people. You make them nervous. Get on their level. If everybody's sitting on a bar stool, you grab a bar stool and you sit there. If they're sitting around the couch, grab you a chair. Be on their level. It makes everybody more comfortable, and it will take the edge off of you too. So if you are going to do something like this, I like to do that and then say, y'all, come on, let's go over here to the counter in the kitchen. Like, I just want everybody to get cozy now. And then I'm going to get my coffee cup out, and I'm going to put hot water in it. And I'm not going to pre-mix if I'm in a home. I want them to see how easy it is to make that coffee. So I'm actually going to take my hot water. I'm going to pour my keto coffee. I'm going to take my little frother, and I'm going to froth it up. And I'm going to give everybody a sample. And what do y'all think? And how do you normally drink it? We've got some casual conversation where everybody's relaxed. And if one person says, oh, I love this, and it's like they follow each other. Where, like, if you're on social media, you're talking to one person over and over. But when someone falls in love with it at your party, everybody else does too. And now what I'll do with the rest of that coffee is I'm going to put me some of the chocolate greens in it and say, hey, y'all, now we're going to take it to another twist. And then I'm going to give them the mocha. And that just upsold my coffee to the chocolate greens. Now I've got 2 cells. And I'm going to tell y'all, you have to keep this very simple. Like now, I have walked in people's parties to help them do a party, and they have this full layout, this full spread, the beautiful tablecloth and the whole works. You don't need that. If you want something in your hands, you need something like that, or like Mel said, some notes in your hand. And then you're going to move to a room. I don't like to do my sip and sample in the living room anymore because, y'all, you could spill something. It could get messy. Let's get comfortable in the kitchen where everybody likes to be anyway. So that's where I'm going to sample it up. Now, if you have everything, like you've got the collagen, you've got the hydrate, you've got the reds, you've got the super greens, get a few bottles of water, mix it up, and I still like to do it in front of them while everybody's talking, and then I'm going to let them all sample. And I can tell you, if you give them too many, if you're just not ready to answer a lot of questions, if you will downsize it, especially for your first ones and you want to get in and out, keep it simple. Don't bring everything you got. You will be there forever because we have so many great things that people can sample. So keep it smaller. That way you're not filling their head with so much, and it's easier for them to choose. If you give them too many options, they'll look at you and go, well, I'm just not sure. Can I take this home and think about it? But if you just give them a couple options, it's going to be easier to get it done right there. I saw someone too that said something about they were going to be doing an expo with a gym. We're not really here to talk about expos, but I'm going to give you a really good tip on any time you're setting up like that for 30 minutes, say the gym, wherever, just have you, I usually do a half a cup of coffee, and then the other half is with my chocolate. I don't like to waste. I'm not a wasteful person. So, and then as they're coming through and say, hey, have you tried our skinny coffee? And I call it coffee with a purpose. I don't say keto coffee because now they saw it on Facebook and half the time they think they know what it is. So I like to give it fun names like skinny coffee or mocha coffee. Now you got the pumpkin spice. When that comes in, oh my gosh, I can't wait to be sampling that. But you're not going to sit there and do something like this as an event. You're not going to talk much. You're literally just letting them sample, and then you're telling them how much it is. Like I've got it 5 for $25. So I know we was going to talk a little bit about how you can make crazy cash at these parties now. I like to have a setup sitting there with whatever products that I've got that for sure I'm sampling. If I want to have all of the individuals, they'll be set up in a little display, or just you can take cups out of the cabinet, stick them in there and tell them, y'all, it's a pick and choose. 5 for $25, you can take it with you. And then as you're explaining how they can get it cheaper, one bag of 15 is normally $65, but tonight or today, I get to offer it to you at $39. You get my cost. And I just kind of let them let me know if it's a smaller thing, if that sounds good. And then many times I'm going to go, hey, but I'm going to tell you what, the way that I get it and the cheapest that you can get it is let's go ahead and get you 3 bags because I get to throw you in one free today. And many of them are going to do that, y'all, and still walk out with the 5 for $25. And I'm going to tell you personally, me, I don't have a difference with my keto energy, my greens, my coffee. It's easier to have one display and put 5 for $25. And y'all, it blows me away how many people come up to buy 5 of my energies for $25. I mean, seriously, I sometimes if they pick all 5 energies, I'll tell you, I feel very guilty, like I shouldn't do that. So I'll say, I really like you. I'm going to throw a couple more in for a bonus. And that makes me feel a little better. But it's easier for all of us if we keep that one price and not that this is this price and this price. It's easier on you. And you're going to make good money. They're either going to become that customer or they're going to buy the other. Y'all, right now, I would say 99% of the people at the parties are walking out with everything. Someone did ask, do you have a party where nobody does anything? Y'all, in the old days, yes. I will say we had $25 wraps. We didn't have the 5 4s. And I think lots of times we threw up on ourselves. We said too much anyway. So in the old days, yes, but in the new days with what y'all got, oh my goodness, they want to try your product. And like Melody said, the more you do the products, and if you've only getting the coffee, and that's what your budget is right now, only the coffee, your passion will come out when you're sharing that coffee. So whichever products you're doing, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be the best at that in the beginning because they see it in your eyes. They see it in that face. You're excited, and you're just passing it on. It's like, happiness is contagious. Smiles are contagious. So is the passion of you drinking that coffee every day and sitting in front of them and talking to them. And just like Amber said, y'all, instead of hundreds of host to post, what if tonight you walk in and there's 5 people sitting there? And you're nervous wreck, you take your 2 confiance. If you want something to talk with, you can use this, but make it quick. Don't stay on here. Let's now move to the fun of the party where everybody came is to sip and sample and let's try these products.
Oh my God. So good, you guys. And I'll touch base, you guys. I think we all love cash. I know, especially around the holidays, I love to surprise my husband, but he sees every transaction. And so I always start buying right now the 4 bags of coffee for $117. 2 of those are mine to use for the month, and 2 of them are to sell. And so I get them for free. Essentially, mine are free. And I think that's a great deal that we all should be on if you want to sell your coffee. Okay. Now some of the questions I've gotten is when we do these parties, I do what's called cash and carry. Okay. If they got cash on hand, they can carry these products home. And that means 5 for $25, 1 for $8 or 5 for $25. Now people are like, people really pay $8? Guys, I've had 2 people this week alone buy reds for $8. I pay like $1.30. It's insane, right? 1 red for $8 and 1 salted caramel for $8 and a pumpkin spice for $8. They didn't want the 5 for $25. Well, I don't want to be a drug dealer. Okay. Like I'm not trying to be your supplier and I don't want that price to be appealing. And if you are like, well, it's just $3, I think I wouldn't pay no $8. Well, no, duh, because I would pay their wholesale costs, right? So we don't want that price to be appealing, but we want it as an option. And I will say 1 for $8 or 5 for $25. Now, chances are most people will pick the 5 for $25. But again, if some people are like, well, $25 is too expensive for me. But have an option that's right. You want to hit all markets. Okay. And so have that up for grabs. I'm going to share this screen and show you guys, since I'm going to lead off of what Tina said about expos and or sip and samples. I'm going to show you my party bag, how small it is and how simple this is. We don't need, think about duplication, you guys. When I started, this girl had an iPad and she was flipping through and I had a flip phone. And I looked at her iPad and I thought, I can't do this. I don't have an iPad. I'm not rich. I don't have an iPad. This was 7 years ago. And even to this day, you guys, there's people that think that way. And so we need this to be duplicatable, okay? And so the less you come in with, the more you're going to leave with. And when we come in and we've got bins and buckets and all this hoopla and this sequins and glitter glam and all these things, they're going to be like, I'm out. Duplication is key, okay? So I'm going to share my screen real quick so you guys can see a very good example of what a sip and sample more towards an expo should look like. This was at a Triad event that we did in North Carolina. Very sleek, very professional, not overcomplicated. They had a cash and carry. If you can see right here on this little sign back here, it said cash and carry right here, and they got to pick. There's in this background, there's collagen, keto energy, greens, and hydrate. And so you can, again, pick and choose. You have your greens, your super greens, your reds, whatever 5 products you want right there. And they had little bags, little cellophane bags from the dollar store that they were allowed to put the pick their 5, $25, make you holler, right? So they literally had people at the Try It event, even distributors, buying these products because they're like, oh, I haven't tried the reds yet. Boop, mine, $25, here you go, okay? They had the chocolate greens and coffee in this one. They had the caramel in this one, and then they had hydrate in this one, berry greens or something. Oh, regular coffee, I'm sorry. They had berry greens, hydrate, collagen. They had the cleanse and TFX up here and just some products on display. So sleek, so simple. If I walked up to this, I can see what I'm getting and I'm not confused. Okay, and so again, great. I could show you tons of what not to do. And that's big, big, big green, bright green, black stuff. No, guys, like, no, that's so 1990. And we are a professional sleek company where our products are going more towards white. That's what we also need to do as well. And so again, very professional, very boutique-y, very welcoming. And I don't think it's overwhelmed. I've seen some expos that are just so busy and bold. And it's like, I walk up and I feel like I'm schizophrenic. Like I don't know what to look at. I don't know what to do. And I've seen so many products and so many displays that I feel like I'm showing up to a high school science show or something, right? Like, oh my gosh, like where do I look? What do I touch? Is it going to explode? Like, we don't want anything like that, and or products that we no longer offer. And so be conscious. You should not have shake. You should not have keto creamer. You should not have wow, relief, new you. None of that stuff is part of our expos or even our sip and samples. Okay. So again, a great example of what it could look like. And hopefully that helps you guys get an idea of how to professional. And you're like, what if you're like, I don't have all that stuff? I use blender bottles for my sip and samples, wash them, reuse them. I don't have to worry about them. They're super easy. But again, if you're going to do expos, make it very sleek. Okay. Don't do it too overwhelming, but cash and carry, love that idea. And that came from 2 Double Diamonds in South Carolina that set up this same exact style table 2 or 3 times a night by a bakery, and they pull in over $1,000 in cash and over 1,000 BV every single time. So if you guys want to be successful, follow how successful people do things, right? So again, just keep it simple. Sally, all right? So I'm going to show you guys my wrap bag. It's right here. It's a clear bag because I want everyone to see it. And I have some wraps in here. Ever since I bought the new samples, I do 1 for $8 or 5 for $25. So I do have these on hand, and I bring both my bags. But again, I tell people these are mine. This is my inventory. Like, I'm using these. So don't feel like you have to buy extra inventory at all. I have my bag of collagen, wraps, fab wrap, and then my catalogs. But you guys, like, that's it. It's like one bag, okay? I have my catalogs, and inside my catalogs are a printed order form. Right there. Now, what's nice about this is that the catalogs aren't always updated, you guys. So make sure to tell them that, like, oh my gosh, this product is so new, it's actually not on our catalog yet, okay? But if they want all the products, they can have this. We don't need to bring everything, okay? So this is where do you get the catalogs? In your e-suite. Okay, you're going to order them along with your documents for the loyal customer order form. And prepare. I always tell my team, if you don't have them printed, you're not going to host a party. Okay, if you haven't purchased them, it's going to be hard. Now, I've done wrap parties without the catalog, so don't wait for those either, because you don't need them, right? So I have a lot of notes of how to set up a wrap party. I'm sure some of you guys are asking that. Okay, but how do I get one started, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick a location. I would highly not do Starbucks. It is a competitor, and I don't know that I would be overly excited to bring coffee into a Starbucks. And local businesses like that, I kind of think that we just don't need to go down that lane. Okay. And again, duplication. Like, I don't feel comfortable in public. I'm not going to come to Starbucks as a guest or Beans and Brews or your local coffee shop. Let's not do that. Okay. And if it's working for you, that's fine, but it's also not duplicatable. But I feel like the home is more welcoming, just in my opinion. Now, I'll do a one-at-one on Starbucks for sure. I'll do a meeting at Starbucks, but where you're going to be sampling products, I don't think that's like bringing a different pizza box to a pizza shop. Like, you just probably shouldn't do that. Okay. Just my opinion, not saying it's right or wrong, but I would highly recommend to do something different. When there's another option, let's do the other option. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is pick a location. Once you pick a location, whether that be at your house, your friend's house. Now, we do them every single Tuesday at my house, 7 o'clock. And that way, if Jennifer can't come this week, don't worry, next week we'll have another one at 7 o'clock. Or we have our leaders here sign up and say, oh my gosh, I want to do the 25th at my house. Okay, we'll put in her address. She'll be the host of that event. She's doing it. Now, we all support her and we all show up. Now, what if I'm doing one in Salt Lake and I can't come? Cool, I'll still send my potentials and they'll come back to me. Okay, so we want to collaborate. Anytime that I do a sip and sample, it's a team sip and sample. Why? Because I want them to show up. They're passionate. They're excited. They can also share their stories, and the more the merrier. Don't feel like you have to do this alone. You don't. Get your team together. And if you don't have a local team, start building a local team. Okay, but do it with sidelines or anything like that. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is set up a Facebook event. This is going to be a public event if you'd like. Private, fine, but public goes a longer way. And you're going to invite potentials and reps, even if they're not local. Now, here's why. If I'm doing a sip and sample at my house on Tuesday, I'm going to make the event not any earlier than about a week in advance, because then people forget about it. But I'm going to set up an event on Facebook, and I'm going to invite all my friends, my distributors, in case they have potentials here, basically anyone. Because if I do an event for Sophia, and Sophia only invites 5 of her friends, do you think 5 people are going to come? No. But there's power in numbers. And if I can get 50 people to say going, and I invite Angela, who's a potential, is going to be like, holy crap, 50 people are coming. This stuff's legit, right? So there's power in numbers. So get as many people as you can to click accept. And then, and also because I'm going to get into that as to why you want people on the Facebook event too, because people are going to see that and see how simple it is, okay? Be intentional with who you invite though, because what's required after that is we don't get to just use social media to clock in the numbers. We get to use social media to connect. And so once you invite every single guest to that event, you get to private message them and say, hey, Sophia, I just invited you. I know you were interested in our hair, skin, and nails. I invited you to an online event. It's also going to be local in Spanish Fork, Utah. I'm not sure which one works better for you, whether you want to view it online or come, but I would love to have you. Can you just click going, even if you can't make it? Because everyone that clicks going, I'm going to do a drawing for a free sample of Reds. Free sample of Keto Energy, whatever you have. And so you must message them personally, you guys. Don't invite I feel like that's so selfish. If you're going to invite 3,000 people, be ready to invite 3,000 people. You know, I feel like sometimes people just make Facebook invites and you're like, oh, to your wedding? That's great. Could you have sent me a card? Could you have texted me? Could you have called me? Like, way to be the most least connective. Like, oh, I thought you got it. It was on Facebook. No, listen, like our whole lives don't revolve around Facebook. So be intentional and go that extra mile. And I promise you, it will pay off so much more. And people can hide from Facebook invites. They can't hide from a DM. Okay. So be intentional with it. Then on the event leading up to the your actual event, your sip and sample, your wrap party, you're going to post product info the days leading up to it. So today I'm going to post about Hydrate. And I'm not going to post about every single product. I'm just going to post about few key items that are there. I'm going to post about the cleanse. Now, I'm not going to go to Google and find a cleanse picture and post it. I'm going to find corporate pictures, make them sleek, make them your own, and I'm going to post pictures of the cleanse, the hydrate, the greens, the coffee, something along those lines that are very professional, and I'm going to post some bullet points about them, and I'm not even going to post the price point on it. Okay, because we want to build value before we ever give the price. And so I'm going to post products leading up to that. Okay, I'm also going to post results from only 1 to 2. I don't need 67 comments under cleanse and cleanse before and after pictures. I'm just going to do 2, max 3 before and after pictures in the comments. That's crucial. In the comments, Facebook will block it if you make it as a post. In the comments, can I repeat, in the comments, that you want to post the before and after pictures leading up to that event, okay? So whether it's testimonials, again, be compliant, no scale pictures. We cannot at all, under any circumstance, post a scale picture on social media ever, ever, ever. Don't do it. Not in a story, not in a comment, nowhere, okay? They must be corporate approved. Okay. And then you're going to post those pictures and even some stories. Hey, meet our local diamond leader, Sarah. She started 7 years ago, blah, 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 whatever her name is. Okay. So post opportunity and products, right? Do a giveaway for people that say that they're going. So if you can't make it to our event on Tuesday night, drop an emoji here. Don't tell them why. They're just going to drop the emoji. Oh man, I wish I was there. Sad face, loving. Oh my gosh, you're the greatest. Here's a popsicle. Like whatever they're going to drop. And then you're going to go and you're going to be like, invite a couple friends. And we're going to do a giveaway for 1 day of greens, 1 day keto coffee, and 1 keto energy. And then they're going to invite all their friends. And that's how you can expand your market, expand who they are. You can see who invites them. And you're going to do a giveaway. Okay. Whatever you have, there's no right or wrong. I know when people are like, well, I don't have wraps, so don't do wraps. What do you have, right? Do you have greens? Do you have keto energy? Like whatever you have, don't go above and beyond. This should be your own products that you're using, which is why ADBV auto shipment is so important. And you don't want to miss that. Okay. So do a giveaway for the people that are invited. However you want to do that, be creative with it. I'm not saying my way is the right way. Be creative, do a giveaway, Google giveaways, however you want to do it. Pick a number 1 through 10. Don't make anything included. You can say, drop your favorite gift and we're going to do a giveaway, whatever. Okay. Do a giveaway. Giveaways are always fun and people come to them. Okay. You're going to follow up on the event with reminders. We're 24 hours away from our launch party. We're so excited, from our sip and sample, our wrap party, whatever it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, we start in 5 hours. We're so excited. I don't care what your reminders are, but if you invite a week out, post in there. Okay. Just so it keeps popping up. How do you find someone to host a sip and sample? Okay, so my very first wrap party was 15 days into the business. One person showed up. She was my best friend. She had to show up, right? She joined as a customer, later became one of my distributors. And then my very first official party, 18 people showed up. Most of them were strangers. And it took me over 3 hours to do that wrap party. I would highly not recommend doing that. But sip and sample should be about 40 minutes to an hour max. They don't need to be long at all under any circumstance. And 18 people showed up. I signed up my first distributor who was a complete stranger. 7 years later, guys, she's still in the business with me. So don't be defeated if you're going to have sip and samples where nobody shows. I did one last night. Literally 2 of my distributors showed up and that was it. You bet it was the best party we ever did. Oh my gosh, we all enjoyed the coffee, collagen. We all mixed the collagen with the reds. Okay, guys, at our party tonight, we tried the reds and collagen together and it's bomb.com. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. Is that true? Absolutely. Yeah, that worked. It happened. But did I go to social media and be like, gosh, dang it, nobody came. Man, never doing one of these again. No, okay? So you never know. You might have one person and the next party you might have 18. I would recommend keeping them to a minimum of about 5 to 10 people. You want to be able to absolutely connect. And with 18 people, I couldn't connect, you guys. I was running around. This was back when we were wrapping 18 people. I made so much mad cash from that. And now I don't really wrap people at my sip and samples. We just talk. We lean around the counter. We hang out. Oh my gosh, I love this. But did you try this? Wow, I like it in 8 ounces. I like it in 12. We start to share what we're excited about. And you guys, excitement sells. And so don't overcomplicate it. Even if you have 6 distributors and 2 guests, those distributors are getting samples of the greens they drink every single day. Yep. Cheers to you and you and you and you. We're all getting it. Okay. Because your guests genuinely don't know who the distributors are anyways. Okay. And so we did a sip and sample last week. I wonder if Donette's on. If you're on, girl, say hello. But we did a sip and sample and there was, I think, 10 of us. 9 of us were distributors. 1 guest. She was a customer and she was ordering over $200 every single month. She loves the product and she just fit right in. We ended up meeting at Starbucks for a one-on-one to go over coaching, and she signed up and she's a new distributor, you guys. So invite your customers to come to these sip and samples as well, because like Mel said, like they're your best distributors. They already love the product. Okay. But how do I find a host? How do I find a guest? Reach out to your loyal customers. That's number 1. Hey, Alexis, I am actually coming to Idaho Falls, Idaho next weekend. You're like, oh yeah, I am, for a wrap party. And I was wondering if you would be willing to open up your home, invite 2 to 5 friends, okay, 10 maybe max, and open your house for 40 minutes and I can bring some product and it's completely free for you. All you have to do is invite your friends and give me feedback on the products. Does that sound like something you would want to do? If they say no, then you say, oh my gosh, can you make a post for me? And this is where you do a host a post for a wrap party. Okay. Now, what if they say yes? You guys, it's rare that people are like, no, definitely don't like free stuff. And I am so healthy. I don't need anything. Like that doesn't happen. Okay. So with that, she's going to say, yeah, oh my gosh, I'd be happy to. You bet. Absolutely. Okay. Awesome. Well, actually for September, anyone who books with me a sip and sample and invites their friend is going to get double host rewards. And you guys run double host rewards anytime. Right? So, and that's going to go up. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit too, about how do I book more parties off of a party? And so what is the host gift? Whatever you have. Remember, you're your own boss. Do whatever you want. Okay. You could do a full bag. You could do a mix and match. You could do whatever you have that's extra. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Okay. So host a post to book sip and samples. The first 25 people who comment below are going to be able to try the reds for free, the greens for free, the salted caramel for free, the pumpkin spice for free. Is that true? Oh yeah. At their house. You bet. 100%. Host a party for me. Yep. You bet. Coming right at you. Okay. So again, that's what they would post. My friend Amber is giving away a 7-day sample pack of her favorite products. Do I have anyone who wants to lose weight, blah, 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 right? Tighten, tone, and firm, grow their hair out, whatever that is, whatever product your potential wants, have them post about that, and then they can sample it at their house, okay? So message local friends. Hey, Jennifer, I'm actually throwing a local party for all my friends here in Spanish Fork, for all my friends here in this city, for all my friends here. I totally thought of you. I know that you are so outgoing, so happy, and I was just wondering if you'd be willing to open up your home for a quick 40-minute sip and sample just for some feedback. I'll give you some free product in exchange. Sound good? Simple, guys. So simple, right? Message potentials who wanted X product and give them as that host reward. Hey, I know we talked about the cleanse, but money was a little bit of a struggle for you. I am actually have one extra on hand this month, and I wanted to offer it to you first to host a party for me. Does that sound like something you want to do? You'll totally get it for free. All you have to do is open your home. Or shoot, my home's open, invite your friends, right? So again, going through and finding out who wanted what product, have it. And even sometimes too, they're like, oh, you know what? I actually wanted the BFF. And you're like, shoot, I don't have that. Well, guess what's going on my next auto shipment for my host? Yeah. I'm willing to make that investment, get paid on it, and have that be a host reward. So find out what they want, right? And or say, I have a handful of items you can choose from. It's hair, skin, and nails, wraps, greens, red, celery, whatever you have on hand. Do not overcomplicate it, okay? Any questions on host, booking, anything like that? You guys, I got a lot of notes. We're going to push through this because I want you guys to leave tonight and book a party. That's my goal for you, okay? Would you give a full-size product? Depending. Like, I'm not going to break up into Fat Fighters if that's what they want and like give them half a bottle, right? But would I give them a full month supply of keto coffee for $78? No. That's not worth my $1 per hour turnaround. No. Right? No. Okay. What do I bring? This is where you're going to want your notes out. Okay. This is what's in my bag. Order forms, catalogs are optional. I'd highly recommend them. And I take them. You guys, if they're a customer, that's mine, honey. I need that back. You know what? These are my party ones. I'm sorry. I only have 5 left and these are mine. Okay. You can view everything online. I'll text you my website. Like, it's 2019. They don't need to leave home with a product. If they absolutely want it, let them take it. But the catalogs, like, I reuse those for sure. Okay. Otherwise you're going to be going through a ton. Okay. And every penny counts. Like, I don't want to do these parties and be spending all this money. I want to be making money. So catalogs, call it stuff you can sample. Okay. Now I'm not saying do all of this, but this is things that you can sample. All right. Collagen, hydrate, coffee, keto coffee. I usually mix coffee. I mix everything in water so they can get the original taste. And then I doctor it up the way that I want it to. So I bring blender bottles and I rinse them out and pour and switch them out. I don't need 27 blender bottles. Okay. Coffee, reds, greens, celery, chocolate greens to mix with your coffee or regular. I actually have started sampling the cleanse. So I take one bottle with me, that's it. And they just need a sip. And people are loving it because the cleanse is the biggest thing they're worried about. Same with the celery. I do if ever I'm doing a sip and sample the celery first, get it out of the way, because if you give them the best coffee in the world and then they go to celery, then you're like, eh, right? Sick. So do the cleanse. It's been awesome, been a huge hit. People are like, wow, I totally wanted a cleanse, but every cleanse I tasted, oh, they're so gross. But they were able to taste mine, and they always upsell to the cleanse. So, and again, buying one cleanse on my auto ship lasts 4 parties at least, right? So cleanse, wraps, fab wrap. Fat fighters and oil is like an old thing we used to do. I still love it because it's an actual visual. If you guys haven't, YouTube, It Works Fat Fighter demo, and you guys can get the info there. I'm not going to go into that, but that's also something that's awesome that they can actually see. So love the fat fighters. That's optional. And then blender bottles or water bottles, however you want to do it, right? And then that's it. That should be it. I don't need tablecloths. I don't need napkins. I don't need food. I don't need other drinks. I don't need anything like that. I don't need donuts. I don't need nothing. I show up to sip and samples and I'm like, get this food out of here. All it is an extension to stay around longer, and we want in and out. Okay. So, and again, duplication. If I see that you spent $100 on food and I can't even afford a $100 business builder kit, I'm going to think I can't do this business. So we want to talk about duplication, right? Okay. When you are at this party and Jennifer's like, oh my gosh, well, and I give the host reward, Angela, here's your hostess reward. I'm so excited. She actually got double, and I'm going to do a double again for September. If you book before the 15th, okay, everything's before the 15th or before the 30th. I want it to be in those increments, okay? Oh my gosh, if you book on a Tuesday, if you book on a Wednesday, it's double host rewards. Oh, girl, it ends in a Y. Today, you're going to get double host rewards. Okay, so normally it's only 2 bags of keto coffee, but today you're going to get 5, right? Or normally it's only 1 bag of coffee and 1 chocolate greens, but you're going to get 2. Whatever it is for you, okay? It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're doing something, right? So book future events. So when everyone is here, they're going to say, well, how did she get like 7-day supply of this, that, and the other? Or how did she get 2 wraps? I want that. I have so many friends that would love this. Can I do a party too? Yeah, I'm going to bust out my planner, old school planner. And how many of you guys get your hair done and your stylist is like, well, I have this day and this day. Gosh, I'm booked on this day. Yeah, I can't do it on this day. Right? Go to a paper. Like, you need a planner just for parties. And mine are wrap parties on Tuesday night. That's my family night. I'm booked. Gosh, I'm booked on this night. I'm booked on this night. I have Tuesday, Saturday at 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. Those are the only 3. Which one works best for you? Give them options. Okay. Morning and nights, weekends and weekdays, and be flexible with that. Okay. So they don't get their host reward today. They get it when they host the event. Okay. And I go to wrap parties, whether they say someone's going to come or not, and something else. And then, of course, anyone who books with me will get double host rewards. Yeah. So what I have this date available. Okay. What date did you want? Oh, you wanted the 12th too? Okay. Oh man, can we combine them actually? If you guys both want them on the 12th, can we just pick one location and do them together? Guys, like, think inside the box, right? Time is money. Money is time. So, that's how you're going to book future. Okay. You can also do fun things like, if you guys check in and tag me what your favorite product was, I'm going to do a giveaway for this tonight, right now. Go to social media, tag me in it, tell me your favorite product, tell me how much you love this product, and I'm going to do a giveaway. Oh yeah. Okay, girl, I did it. Woohoo. They get excited. Okay. And so you don't have to do all the things. We used to do like raffles. So every guest got a raffle ticket. That's always fun. You can do an on-time raffle because you want to like start on time. So we're going to do a gift card and this and a product credit. We're going to do whatever for people who are on time. Okay. Be creative with it. What were some of the other things I was going to ask? Cash and carry, guys. Do not forget that people love to take away right now. Even your customers are like, I want to order the greens, but I don't want to wait. Can I buy some from you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Wraps, I still sell them for $35 a piece, and that includes a 3-day supply of coffee. So I'm giving them a 3-day supply of coffee. Why? Because the wrap continues to work for 3 days and the results are insane. If you guys haven't done it, it's crazy. 1 wrap, 3 days of coffee, that's it. Crazy awesome, okay? And then too, I would also do a monthly drawing for anyone who would, when I was wrapping them, if they take pictures 3 days later and send them to me, they go into a drawing. And so then just in your notes, write June drawing, September drawing, and write their names as they text you. Because then that holds people accountable as well. And you can get more corporate approved pictures. So I personally, how do you get cash money? I take Venmo, PayPal, Facebook Pay, Square, credit card, and cash. That's how I take it all the ways. However you want to pay, money's money, I'll take it. And have those, right? Have those available. Because if you are only like, well, I'm going to take cash, and I'm like, I never have cash, you won't make money. It's been interesting for me to show up at Try It events for giveaways, and they're like, we're only taking cash. They only sold about $90. The minute we opened up Venmo or Square Reader, we sold over 900. So your having that is definitely going to make a difference. And someone asked, do I charge tax? I'm sorry, do I charge for shipping? No, even at $8 for 1 keto energy, I'm still making a really good profit, okay? And so, yes, no, I don't charge shipping. I'm willing to take the hit on that in order to get that in their hands, right? Where do you get Square Readers? Go to square.com. Get them. Yes, awesome. Cool, you guys. So cool. Any questions pertaining to the actual wrap parties that Tina, Melody, and myself can answer? I hope this was good. If you guys learned something, drop the fire emoji in the chat. If you guys are excited to go book parties, drop the fire emoji. Now, my sip and sample events are usually public, so if you just follow me, you should be able to see those pop up in your events. And you guys can copy the wording, copy the pictures, whatever. Please do not DM me and say, hey, Amber, invite me. That is just not something I can do. But if you can find it or have a friend of a friend of a friend do it, that's great. But be creative and don't overcomplicate it, okay? Very simple to set up. And I think that it's a whole market that a lot of people are missing out on. And it's such a bigger way to connect. And I love wrap parties. I will forever be a wrap person, a sip and sample. You go regardless if people are going to go. Be willing to travel, right? I remember I would drive 3 hours to do a wrap party for 45 minutes and turn around and come home for 3 hours. Well, guess what I did during that 6 hours? Personal development. I stopped at every gas station and blitzed people, right? So every wrap party is worth it. Even if you just did, another thing I was going to talk to you guys about real quick, and then I promise we're done, is I do 5-minute facials with our exfoliating peel. And they're completely free. And I will message Angela and I'll say, hey girl, I'm coming to Salem. I have a new product in my hand. Is it new to you? Yeah. Okay. I have a new product in hand and I love this product and it takes 5 minutes. I'm looking for some personal people that I trust to give me feedback. Do you have 5 minutes? That's it. Of course, I'm going to bring everything else. Of course, I'm going to have my wraps. Of course, I'm going to have my coffee, but I'm going to drive to her house and I'm going to tell her the day before, oh, after I confirm, if you want to invite 2 to 3 friends, I'll enter into my monthly drawing. We do monthly drawings for host to post, right? Enter all the same things into the same people, into the same drawings. Guys, don't overcomplicate it. And then she's going to be like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll invite 2 friends. Now I'm sitting in front of 3 instead of 2. And in 5 minutes, they've all tried the product. They've all fallen in love with it. And of course, I've given her repairage or preventage to apply afterwards. And it's 5 minutes. Catalog is now in her hand. And she's able to ask me questions that they're so terrified to post on social media. And so 5-minute facials, you guys, we did a challenge one time for my team, who could book the most 5-minute facials. It was so fun. Again, exfoliating peel is an incredible product that is so under talked about. And if you're at a wrap party, you can put it on one hand and not the other. 5 minutes later, wash it off. So being able for them to taste, see, do a different party each time. Do beauty this time and wellness this time and weight loss next time. Okay, so mix and match your parties. Get creative with it, but there is so much out there and so much potential for us to expand and learn from And I think that a very select few will be the ones who will say, you know what, I'm going to try this on. I'm going to fail flat on my face and I'm going to try it on again. Do not do this once and then not do it again. That's like my biggest piece of advice. Do not set up one sip and sample and then not do it again. You got to do it consistently, okay? All right, let me check out this chat. So if no one shows up to the party, do you still give the hostess her reward? Depending on what it is, right? If she hasn't done anything, if she's just looking for some free coffee, and you can set those stipulations. Now, as a host, all I require is that, like I used to do this for my wraps, that 5 people showed up and bought a wrap for me. Well, at that point, I was making over $125. Do you think I cared to give away a $7 wrap? No. Okay. But I'm not going to give away a $25 wrap to somebody who doesn't have any friends. That at least come. I don't care if they buy anything. Just come and get me in front of them, and then I'm going to add them and expand. And so no party is a wasted party. It will at some point ripple out. You have new connections, you have new things, you have new people, you have all the things. So a party's never wasted. So put your own stipulations on it, for sure, right? Do you sign DTs and LCs at the party? Absolutely, every single time. And I sign big, loyal customers because I can sit here and be like, well, this product actually goes with this one. And if you're already getting that, you guys, the biggest upsell for a distributor, and that's what I lean more towards, is if they're going to spend $80 for 20 more bucks, you can do the business. Is income something that could help you? Super chill, super laid back. Like, I was thinking, you're already spending $80. If you join as a rep, there's no pressure. You can get $100 in free product and you can get X, Y, and Z within your first 30 days. No risk. Why not? And they're like, oh yeah, duh. $100. Sign them up as a rep. Okay. So absolutely sign up customers and distributors at the party for sure. So smart. Love it. Thank you. Yes, this will be on my YouTube if you guys need this. How do you get their information if they don't buy anything? Have them add you on Facebook and social media. And this is why, you guys, we need both platforms. Facebook is my resume, but connection is key. And so if I'm not posting on social media, I'm going to miss out on the return where people want to see that you're actual real, that you're a real person, that you're actually successful. Okay. Yeah, you can use sign-in sheets too. Those are in the e-suites. Great. Yeah. Melody. Awesome. Or do a check-in. Anyone who checks into your Facebook event, that's follow-up. I always have access to those past events. That's follow-up there too, for sure. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm fired up. Somebody asked what size cups. These ones. Dixie cups, dollar store cups, and they just get this much product. That's it. You guys, not a full cup, not anything more. Shots. Okay? Super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Any tips on how to get people to give you their info for Connect? Yeah, when they give it to you, put it in Connect. So, but you guys, social media is such a great way to connect with people. Yeah. Just go for it. I want you guys to set a bar, set a goal. How many rep parties do you want to do in September and October, November, and December? As we go into this 2020 year, the whole game is going to change. And I genuinely feel like those that are going to watch this, those that are going to take a risk, those that are going to do the sip and samples are going to go so far. You guys are going to see a whole world open up to where no matter what's been and what will be, connection is always key. And even if social media left tomorrow, I'd be good. My ship will sail, okay? And I got no shame in my game because I'm not afraid. I was terrified, but I'm not anymore. I still stutter. I still don't know the answers, but I'm still hungry. And I'm willing to go out there and do what most people aren't so I can have what most people won't. And that's what I want you guys to do, okay? So I love you guys. This is going to be up ASAP. We have our new distributor rep training for about 15 minutes, and I'm going to go grab some water because my throat is parched. But I love you guys. This is great. If you guys have any other questions, go to your leader, go to your sponsor, go to a team page. I love to get DM'd, but it's so crazy how many light up my inbox. And I think chances are if you've got the question, so does somebody else. And so be fruitful for the field and take it to a team page. But if you guys learned something tonight, give a shout out to Melody, Tina for taking their time, giving you guys all the good deals, all the good ideas. And we will see you guys in about 15 minutes if you guys want to be on the new distributor rep training. Thank you so much, Melody, Tina. You guys are awesome. We will see you guys soon.